Hey guys, it's ArchieLuxury. ArchieLuxury from the ArchieLuxury channel, the Paul Pluta channel, and ArchieLuxury corporate. Guys, keep watching. Keep watching. I need the viewers. I need the viewers. I need the subs. I need it. Like, subscribe, and tell your friends. Tell your friends, whether you like them or hate them. Just tell them anyhow. ArchieLuxury on YouTube. Hi guys, it's Paul Pluta on the Paul Pluta channel. Guys, I'm doing a paid review. This is a paid review for Eric 20 SE74. 20 SE74. And what wristwatch am I wearing today? I'm wearing my Patek Philippe, my 5196. Absolutely love this model. What a Grand Classique from Patek Philippe. Now this is from Eric. Hi Arch, I watch your channel for a while. I agree with many of your points and views, and keep up the great work. $100 paid for a paid review sent. A bit about myself. My name is JJ. I'm 30-year-old Asian, 16.8 centimeter wrist, working full-time and studying part-time in graduate school. Here is my collection. Here we go. 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 Here's my collection. My first watch is a 36mm Rolex Day-Date. I inherited from my grandpa 2 years ago. This is what introduced me into watches. I also inherited some money from him, so I bought a Rolex Daytona Panda 116500LN for myself, and a GMT Pepsi BLRO reference 126710 for my wife, chasing after the heat in the grey market. Also something to remember for turning 30 years old. Both are from David SW. Best experience shopping with him. I enjoy both watches. My wife and I share the watches. Lately I had the opportunity to get a Submariner 126610LN and a Polar Explorer 216570 at retail. They are more of everyday watches for me now. The date and GMT function works great for me at work. Since I got 2 additional watches, I wanted to get my wife something nice to be fair. I always had my mind on the moon phase Selene, so I go to David SW and got one under retail. She loves it, and basically this is her everyday watch now. My long-term goal is a Patek 5146. That's the annual calendar. But unsure going yellow gold or white gold. I'm saving up money for it now. I also have a bad habit of getting unworn watches, only besides my grandpa's watch, of course. Just couldn't get my mind over it. More of a mental illness of mine. In addition, my Day-Date is due for a service, but Rolex wants to charge me $12,000 to service it because there was a scar on the case, and they want to change it. I'm reluctant to do this, but I know for sure I will never sell this watch. Oh, $12,000? You got to be joking. Okie dokie. Should I fix the Day-Date and delay the Patek, or keep saving for the Patek? Any suggestions to add to my collection is welcome. I like Rolex because they keep value and they are durable. I buy watches to encourage myself to work hard. Every dollar earned is blood and sweat. I enjoy the process of saving up and buying watches. Thank you for your time. This is for Eric. Eric. I gotta say thank you for coming to me. I do appreciate it. I'm a little bit concerned with some of the content there. David SW is a pre-owned dealer. He doesn't sell new pieces. I suppose some would be unworn, but I would have to say you'd probably be a bit silly if you thought everything was unworn. So how do I say this tactfully to you. You're probably already wearing. How do you know something's unworn? Does it look unworn? Smell unworn? I mean, I got to be totally honest with you, Eric. That's absolute lunacy. If you think these things have not been worn, I think you could be greatly mistaken. Greatly mistaken. So I don't want to lead you the wrong way. I just want to be. I want to be honest with you. That's what I want to do. I want to be honest with you, man. Yeah. So I gotta be totally honest with you. Any watch that comes from a grey market dealer wants to say it. Wants to say it hasn't already been worn. So just please. I think that is absolute stupidity, but JJ, come on, man. I'm just I mean, it's like finding a virgin wife. It's just not possible. Okay, I'm sorry. This is the reality. So let's have a look here. We've got a really nice collection. Really nice collection. The Day-Date, that's a fantastic watch. I'm having a look at the picture. I don't know. It seems to be a sapphire. I think it's either an 18038 or an 18238. I think it's an 038. $12,000 to sit. Now, the problem is, let me explain to you. It's kind of like having a Mercedes-Benz and you take it to the Mercedes-Benz dealer and he wants it absolutely perfect, but maybe you don't need it absolutely perfect. What the hell is he replacing or doing? Because there was a scar on the case and they want to change it. See, I would be very reluctant to be changing the case. Are we talking case back or the? I can't. This is ridiculous. So I got to be honest with you. If you change the case, they're going to give it a new serial number. I reckon that is stupidity. Absolute stupidity. If you want to get this thing serviced, I would honestly say to you, I wouldn't be taking it to Rolex. I'd be taking it to an independent service. Especially for an older watch like this, I would be taking that to... Look, a couple things you could do. Number one is you could get in touch with David SW and say, hey, just ring him up and say, hey, I've got a vintage Rolex. I want to get it serviced. Who do you recommend? He may be able to do it himself. He may be able to do it for you. He may point you in the right direction. Another option is Jewelers on Time. They used to be a former sponsor on the channel. No hard feelings. They're cool people. They did some really good service work. Kenny Nguyen at Jewelers on Time. He does a lot of good work. Now, the thing is this. The Mercedes-Benz dealer might be the best for the latest SL, but he's not often the best for a vintage SL. And that's the same thing with Rolex. Rolex is best for sending in modern pieces, but be very careful. Rolex has done horrible things into the vintage watch market. They have changed hands, changed dials, changed all sorts of stuff which really should never have been changed because it destroys the value of said piece. Now, I find it, looking at this piece here, it's working. What the hell are they going to do for $12,000? You haven't quite explained it terribly well there. I think I don't quite understand what the problem is, but I would be getting in touch with David SW, Kenny Nguyen at Jewelers on Time, and I'd be taking it to an independent. That's what I would be doing. So that's definitely what I would say there. Okay, so JJ, what else can I say there? I think you've got a beautiful collection. Just make sure the wife is careful with the pieces. You know, just make sure she's not rough, because a lot of women I know who I've lent watches to, they haven't been that careful. So that's the only, I gotta say, that moon phase Cellini is absolutely gorgeous. You got a beautiful collection. Look at this. We've got a diver. You got a sub ceramic. You've got a Panda. You got a Pepsi. You got a President, and you got an Explorer 2 for backup there. What a beautiful, beautiful. And you've also got the Celine. I reckon that is a absolutely amazing collection. So I got to be honest with you, JJ. I personally would stop saying you only buy unworn. I mean, what that really means is they're excellent pieces. They're pieces you don't know somebody's worn, okay? But to actually think no one's worn it, that's absurd. So forget that fantasy, okay? Get that fantasy out of your head. Now, so what you're saying is, I think you got a beautiful collection. Your long-term goal is a Patek 5146. That is the annual calendar. It's a gorgeous watch. I'd be buying a 5146 pre-owned. Pre-owned. I gotta seriously tell you that I would definitely be buying 5146 pre-owned. If I was to buy a new annual calendar, I'd probably be looking at the 5396. I think the 5396, if you're going to buy it new, I think the 5396, very, very classic, very gorgeous watch. That's what I'd be. If you're going to buy pre-owned, 5146 is an excellent watch. Excellent on the. You got to buy that pre-owned. For God's sake, I'm not going to say it again and again and again. You got to get that thing pre-owned. White gold, yellow gold, doesn't matter. Does not matter. Does not matter. I personally, now this is just my opinion, I think the complications in Patek look great in yellow or rose gold. Okay, I think complications. I think the Calatravas themselves, which are the more simpler watches, I think they look amazing in white gold or platinum. The complications look nicer in rose or yellow. Now, the interesting thing is, you know what the rarest metal is now? It is actually yellow gold. That's correct. In the current production run, yellow gold is actually the scarcest metal. So I've always loved yellow gold. I think yellow gold is, when you think of gold, it's not pink gold, it's not white gold, it's yellow gold. It's what yellow gold looks like. So I've always got a soft spot for yellow gold. Patek recently just made all the gold pieces. Traditionally, yellow gold was a smidgen cheaper than white or rose gold. So now they've made it all the same. For example, I'm wearing a 5196J. This is the yellow gold. This watch now retails for $24,000 US, and that's the same price as the white gold and the rose gold. We'll see what the secondary market responds to that. But I got to be honest with you. If you got a 5146 and it was in white gold, so what? That's beautiful still. There is no bad choice there. But I'd be buying a 5146, definitely pre-owned, definitely. Okay, so I think your mental illness, it's all psychological. Okay, it's stupid. Now, in addition, my day date for okay, I wouldn't be taking it to Rolex. That's stupid. If you replace the case, it's no longer your grandfather's yin and the yang, is it? And what the hell are they gonna? What's wrong with this thing? Okay, I cannot believe $12,000. You almost can buy a new one, a pre-owned one. Come on, that's ridiculous. Should I fix the day and delay the Patek goal, or keep saving in the Patek? I'd say go to an independent. That's what I'd be doing. Go to an independent, and I can't believe $12,000 to replace what? And that would destroy the. It's a silly idea. What are they going to replace the case? The case back? I can't believe it. I mean, seriously, that's ridiculous. I'd go to an independent Rolex repairer Go to a good one. Don't go to a nasty, cheap one or what, but go to ask David SW for a referral. That's what I would do. Any suggestions to add to my collection is welcome. No, look, I think you got an absolutely amazing collection. A Patek would always be amazing. You've got beautiful pieces. Beautiful. Look at this collection here. I mean, you got all the bases covered. I don't see a problem at all. The only thing I could say is, JJ, only thing I could say is, I hope you've got other parts in you. You're only a young guy, 30. I don't know how rich or whatever you are there, but I hope it's not just watches to the detriment of everything else. I mean, have you got an apartment or a house? Have you got a reasonable car? I'm not saying buy a Mercedes or a plastic water pump BMW, but I'd like to know there's other aspects in your life are equal. I think the watches you've got there, man, seriously, I don't think you need to add absolutely anything. What a wonderful collection. 30 years old. It's an amazing collection. Sounds like you really do love your watches. I would just go easy, go with the flow, enjoy them. Just slow down a bit. Don't. Just sometimes, you get too many and you end up selling them because then you've got another goal. You got to get, just enjoy your watches, but just add slowly. That's kind of what I would be doing there. I would say realistically, I'd be looking at adding a watch for your wife. I reckon a lady's mid-size, okay, mid-size like a 31 mil or a 28 mil. I reckon if you've got a petite Asian wife, I'd probably go for a 28 mil, the standard. Get an Oyster Perpetual for her, okay? Wean her off. These are your watches. They're not for her. They're yours. So I'd be weaning her off a bit. That's what I'd be doing there. I definitely, with that day-date, gotta get an independent. Get an independent. What the hell are they gonna do for $12,000? That's ridiculous. And if they replace the case, it's not going to be. And what the hell is wrong with it? It seems to be okay. I look at it in the photo here. What? When you say it's got a scar, you take it to an independent, they could fill in the gold at the back, and you wouldn't know. I mean, Rolex is super fussy. They got weird sort of standards. They want it better than That's just ridiculous, man. I mean, some repairs you go to an independent. And this watch here, it was your grandfather. You're gonna kill anything that related to him. You're gonna. It's beyond belief. Beyond belief. Okay, I don't know how to put it politely. Beyond belief. Okay, absolutely beyond belief. So I would seriously say to you, just be sensible. Get an independent to do it, man, because they specialize in vintage. Rolex is good for new stuff. Vintage, this is ridiculous. I never heard this. It's working. What the hell are they going to do? It's beyond belief. Beyond belief. Okay, guys, that's the video for my good friend JJ. Please, guys, like, subscribe, and tell your friends. Don't be afraid to put some comments. I really do depend on these paid reviews to keep me going. Without the paid reviews, I would not survive on the tubes. I really do need these paid reviews to survive. So, please help me out. I'm ArchieLuxury. Look below in the description. Get a paid review done. Share it with your friends. And guys, I will see you in the next one. Hey guys, I've got some exciting promotion news for you. David SW's just sent me a press release. Archie, we just launched the new website this week, and we have a sale going on now until Monday. with $375 off. If you can give me a plug, that will be great. David SW, David SW, David SW. I gotta tell you guys, if you want to buy a Rolex, if you want to buy a luxury wristwatch, where would I go? If I was in America, North America, where would I go? There's only one place I would go. David SW, David SW, David SW. He is one of the most trusted names in the wristwatch market. Forget building a relationship with your AD. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. Forget licking the backside of your ADs, and you know that's just wasted time. My best advice is, if you are looking for a Rolex, if you're looking for a Rolex from an honest, good business, go to David SW. I gotta tell you honestly, I would say David SW, David SW. Happy Thanksgiving from David SW. Save $375. Cannot be used with any other promotion. Fair enough. Jewelry discount is 10% for the duration of the promotion. Expires midnight on the 30th of the 11th. David SW, go and check out the new website. Go and see the bargains they've got. Guys, seriously, if you want a Rolex, make it happen. Forget AD waiting lists. Forget all that nonsense. Go to David SW, David SW, David SW. David SW, America's. This is the dealer I would go to. Don't waste your time buying, trying to get kudos from the AD. Go and see David SW with $375 off your purchase. This sale will not last. David SW, check out the new website. Tell me what you think, guys. I want to know what you guys think. I want to hear it from you guys. Tell me what you think of the new look David SW website. I tell you what, it's feature packed. It's got punch. I love the new video at the front. Man, David SW, David SW, David SW. I love you, David SW. I trust you 100%. I recommend you to countless people. I love you, David SW.
Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. Who do I recommend for watches in Brisbane and Sydney? Vintage Watch Co. That's correct. Vintage Watch Co. in Brisbane Arcade in Brisbane and the Strand Arcade in Sydney. Vintage Watch Co. Brisbane and Sydney. Ronnie, I've known him since the late 90s. Ronnie is a top bloke. Luke is a great guy. Vintage Watch Co. That is who I recommend in Australia. Check out Vintage Watch Co. and the guys' amazing range of watches. They also do service and repairs. Vintage Watch Co. That is where the Pontiff goes. You know, some of my Patek's came from Vintage Watch Co. That's right, guys. Vintage Watch Co.
Hi guys, ArchieLuxury. And who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW, David SW, David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW, David SW, David SW.